You think 70s dance died with the disco ball? Look again. That beat, it's still here. That bass line, still running the clubs. Those moves, they're on your feed right now. We didn't invent anything new, we just renamed it. You ever walk into a club today, hear that bass line drop, and feel like you've been there before? Not just earlier that night. I mean before. Decades before. I had that feeling recently. The lights were sharper, the sound system cleaner, phones glowing everywhere like tiny stars in people's hands. Someone was doing a dance that's trending online right now, perfectly timed, perfectly framed for the camera, and I just stood there smiling. Because I've seen it. Not on TikTok. Not at a festival. I saw it under a spinning mirror ball in the 1970s, long before anyone cared about going viral. People talk about the 70s like it was just disco, glitter, platform shoes, a bunch of pointing at the sky. But that's the surface version. That's the costume version. What really happened in that decade wasn't just a dance craze, it was a shift, a movement. A quiet revolution that started in basements, lofts, and underground clubs long before it ever touched the radio. I remember walking down into one of those clubs in New York for the first time. You could hear the kick drum through the walls before you even saw the door. Boom, 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 boom. It wasn't aggressive, it wasn't rushed, it was steady, hypnotic. The kind of rhythm that doesn't ask if you can dance, it just assumes you will. Each step down those narrow stairs felt like leaving one world and entering another. The city above was loud, complicated, tense. Down there it was warm, dim, alive. And once you were inside, the rules felt different. Nobody was standing still trying to look cool. Nobody was checking who was watching. People were moving like the floor belonged to them, like they had permission to take up space. That's what people miss. The dance floor in the 70s wasn't performance, it was permission. Disco didn't start as mainstream glamour. It started underground, especially within marginalized communities. Places where people who didn't feel safe outside could breathe inside. Where you could dress boldly. Where you could hold someone's hand without scanning the room. The music wasn't polished pop yet. It was raw soul, funk, Latin percussion, gospel emotion layered over a four-on-the-floor beat that just kept going. No dramatic drops, no attention-grabbing pauses, just momentum. DJs weren't celebrities, they were architects. They built nights carefully, blending records together so smoothly you didn't even feel the transition. One groove melting into the next. When the bass line locked in, the entire room moved like one body, strangers becoming something like a family for a few hours. Fast forward to today, walk into any modern club. Strip away the LED walls and the lasers. Close your eyes. That same four-on-the-floor beat is still running the room. House music, EDM, tech house, even mainstream pop. Strip away the polish and you'll hear it the same structure, the same pulse. Kick on every beat, bass weaving around it, hi-hats building tension. We didn't invent it, we refined it. The blueprint was drawn in the 70s, and it wasn't just disco. In Los Angeles, locking and popping were emerging in small clubs and on street corners. Funk-driven, exaggerated movements, sharp stops, isolated hits. Bodies snapping to rhythm like human drum machines. Those dancers weren't thinking about algorithms or views, they were experimenting, creating identity through motion. That same style now fills music videos, halftime shows, and social feeds. The angles, the isolations, the swagger, its lineage, not coincidence. Then came Soul Train. Week after week, it put black dance culture into living rooms across America. It showed confidence without apology, style without dilution. Dancers gliding down that line with pure charisma, wearing outfits that amplified every move. That exposure didn't just entertain people, it influenced them. Kids copied those moves in school hallways. Teenagers practiced in front of mirrors. Decades later, choreography trends online follow the same formula. Expressive, individual, rooted in groove. Fashion was never just decoration. Bell-bottoms exaggerated leg movement. Platform shoes changed posture. Sequins caught light and turned small gestures into spectacle. Dressing for the club meant stepping into a more amplified version of yourself. And look at today's festivals. Glitter makeup, flared silhouettes, retro fits. We keep circling back. Because the 70s understood something: essential nightlife isn't just sound. It's transformation. Even the role of the DJ changed forever in that era. Before disco, DJs were background. After disco, they were central. They controlled energy. They curated experience. They stretched tracks to keep the trance alive. They read crowds like weather systems. Today's superstar DJs commanding thousands owe everything to that shift. The idea that the DJ is the main event? That was born under dim lights and imperfect sound systems. Of course, nothing explosive stays untouched. Disco became commercial. It became mainstream. Record labels chased it, radio saturated it, and backlash followed. Disco sucks. Records burned. Genres clashed. But you can't kill a rhythm that's built into human movement. You can rename it, you can repackage it, you can pretend it's gone. But you can't erase it. Disco didn't die. It evolved. It became Chicago house. It fed early hip-hop breakbeats. It shaped electronic dance music in Europe. It influenced pop production structures that still dominate charts today. That baseline formula, everywhere. That emotional swell before the drop, straight from 70s arrangements. That idea of the dance floor as unity, that's the real legacy. Maybe that's why it feels so familiar when you're out dancing today, because you're stepping into a loop. The technology changed. The lights got sharper, the speakers louder, but the intention, the desire to lose yourself in rhythm with strangers hasn't changed at all. The 1970s didn't just give us dance moves. They gave us infrastructure. They gave us club culture. They gave us the DJ as storyteller. They gave us the idea that a night out could be identity, release, community. So when someone says 70s dance trends are back, I don't think they ever left. I think they just waited for us to notice them again. The next time a bass line makes your shoulders move before your brain catches up, remember where that started. Under dim lights. In rooms where people weren't trying to be viral. They were just trying to feel free. And somehow, 50 years later, we're still chasing that same feeling.